Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M20 Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Set. M20. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Shit. Alert.
On first down, Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean at play number 2 they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 44, Watson to the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Bridgewater and the Jets come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Riddick. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. To throw, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson as the Ravens push further out in front. Dawson tacks on the point after, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. 21-0 our score after 1. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
From the 50, it's Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Watson now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now it's Watson. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Bridgewater now. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now Bridgewater. Going deep for Walker. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Hey, 31! Mike's 50, Mike's 50! Orbit.
On first down, it's Watson. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. To the air yet again, Watson. That's complete to Meredith. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Dawson's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Strong right. Hey, tighten down.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Hey, set. 19. 54. Check.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 19. Check.
Here's Watson. That's caught by Meredith right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Set. 19. Get the ball. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Back to throw, Watson. And it's complete. Hooper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Set. 19. 59. Check 43. SOS. 154. Under 10. 10. 25.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
154. Hey, turn it out. Down, go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for me. Didn't happen.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan, his 2nd sack of the night. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going to try and throw. Going deep for Walker. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Telvin Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Watson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Ed Oliver able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Bridgewater. Completes it to Jennings. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. third and short yardage. Bridgewater. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
3 down, 3 down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
It's now 3rd down and 9.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
53's the mic. 53's the mic. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Echo, echo. Check. 53's mic.
Looking to throw. Watson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Dawson's kick is up and through. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Stone. 4 down.
On 1st down, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the fifth tune.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Mike's 50. Okay, just like that. Quick dash. Come.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Bridgewater on fourth down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Timmy Jernigan. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. Now Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. On the ground, Kamara. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room? Under pressure, and they got to him again. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
We got three. We got three. We got three.